She brings over 33 years of experience with type 1 diabetes, which deeply informs her work in patient empowerment and rights. So you can see all her work here on the screen. We know that patient centricity is very important aspect in clinical trials. We need to understand the preferences and experiences of participants, and we have to improve patient engagement, but quality of clinical research is also very important. That is one major objective while we discuss this topic. So my first question would be from Mridula. So Mridula, you have been the founder of the trust that you work with, and you have founded that. So what does patient centricity mean to you as someone representing patients' voices in clinical research?
Thank you so much, Shalini, first of all, for having me here. And not just as a public health professional, but also a person living with type 1 diabetes for 3 decades. This question absolutely is something that I would love to address. And for me, patient centricity is not at all a buzzword. It's a redistribution of power. It means moving from designing research for patients to designing research with them. And in India, that shift is still in its infancy. A 2023 review found that while patients are often consulted through surveys, focus groups, or feedback sessions, the depth of their involvement in decision making and governance remains limited. And we need to confront a real contradiction that, to get a job, you need years of experience. But to design policies and trials that affect millions of people, lived experiences is still optional. So, how many RFPs, ethics committees, journals, or grants in India make lived experience compulsory in their decision making processes? Almost none. So, until that becomes a requirement, patient centricity will remain a talking point rather than a standard. And that's what we want to shift from being an option to being the standard in any clinical trial or any decision making that happens. Many people in India hesitate to join trials not because they are unwilling, and we ask this in our community also. That is because they don't fully understand what participation entails or don't feel seen within the system. Now, practical barriers also matter, like the travel cost, time of work, lack of follow-up care, and language barriers. If the process feels extractive or intimidating, people opt out. And when researchers communicate clearly, provide logistical support, and include lived experience partners who can bridge the communication gap, participation improves. And we have seen that when I have been there at the level of decision making, community responded very well. And in the same way, when the trials are done without any lived experience on the panel, not just me, but anyone with lived experience, it definitely the follow up definitely goes down. And it's not about persuading the patients; it's about creating systems worthy of their trust. So